Konene, so jana kuna vile Ruto alikuwa na launch, inasemekana ni the world's largest rhino sanctuary, na hii ni the Tsavo West Rhino Sanctuary. And of course, saizi tuna live in the environment, ama in a Kenya that wasi wanataka tu kusikia bad news juu ya Ruto. So I remember like one of the stories nilisikia ni alikuwa anahepa rhino. Najua like when the rhino was released, apparently tried to attack him and he was panicking. So nakunga kama Mtembei TV alikuwa ameandika ni President Ruto panics and screams after freed rhino tries to attack him at Taita Conservancy. Najua. And of course I had to actually watch the video, and at some point of course you see when the rhino is coming out, rhino yenyewe inaenda pikitoka, alafu like there's this aerial shot of it. So wacha tusikia like what happens.
Sasa wale wako
so mesikia hapo unataka vuja then this way it gets interesting. Utasikia the president akiulizwa like either was he worried ama kitu kama hiyo. So acha tusikie.
Did you see her? Mr. President, were you a little concerned? I saw you back up very adroitly.
It was good to come up here.
You were moving. You were moving.
So I thought it was going to come up here. So naturally, I guess it's the natural reaction. Najua rhino haijui ya the president of Kenya. Rhino haijui hata iko Kenya. So I understand that reaction, but that's not the reason why nabonga joy story ya Ruto. Nabonga joy story ya Ruto cause first of all tumekuwa tukitetajua the Ritz Carlton, najua, and the way it's going to affect the wildebeest migration. And now when Ruto was launching this, he ended up saying the same things. And what are the things he's saying? These things of building hotels in conservancies. And it's an idea that I personally don't like, but I think I know the reason why the president keeps pushing this. But before to try to dwell on why the president keeps pushing this thing of building hotels specifically in forests, Kakina Karura Forest, and now in Maasai Mara, and now the Tsavo West Sanctuary, why? But wacha tumsikize.
So jambo letu la kwanza ni kuhakikisha kwamba hapa tayari nimepatiwa taarifa na KWS kwamba kutakuwa na hoteli 5 mpya ambazo zitajengwa mahali hapa. Hizo hoteli 5 mpya itakuwa ni ile hoteli ya high end. Mtu akikuja hapa analipa $500 ama $1,000 kwa siku moja. Mnaelewa hiyo?
Mecheki hiyo story ya it's going to be high-end hotels. I don't think anyone cares about the fact that it's going to be high-end hotels. We care more about disrupting. Kuna kuagana hii theory moja, and the theory is humans were given dominion over everything, and of course we end up misbehaving. I think I've seen this meme, and the meme inakuaga like if animals believed in God, who would be the devil? Inakuaga ni humans, because tunakuaga tu that sort of people. Like we just decide because of profit we are going to disrupt nature in ways that nature should not be disrupted. But wacha tuendelee.
Hiyo ndio inalipwa. Hata kule Maasai Mara hiyo ndio bei ya kulipwa. Nyinyi mnanielewa?
So kona shindo huko Maasai Mara nini anamaanisha the Ritz Carlton, and we'll be coming back to that.
Kwani unafikiri kuja kuona wanyama live ni kazi kidogo? Na mmeona ile nimesoma hapa maneno mingi, tumeweka sijui nini, askari 300, tumeweka redio ya kufanya nini, ndege, sijui nini, hiyo kazi yote mnafikiri ama namna gani? Ati alafu mtu tu akuja alala hapa na ondoke hivi hivi. Hiyo haiwezekani. Tunaelewana jameni? So tumekubaliana na watu wa KWS. Hapa hakutakuwa na hoteli ya kulipa 2,000 sio 3,000. Hakuna hoteli kama hiyo hapa. Hiyo hoteli tutaweka kule Voi. boy huko hapa namna gani bwana? Boy huko waende walale huko, lakini hapa kulala hapa kwa mbuga mahali iko rhinoceros, tumeweka ua, iko maneno mzuri.
So yeah, alibonga J story and hii story kabaki imefanya nijiulize one question. Why is the president so invested, with the keyword being invested, in hotels being in such places where we have Karura Forest? Tunasikia kuna hoteli inatengenezwa hapo, kuna Maasai Mara, the Ritz-Carlton, alafu saizi tunasikia juu ya 5 hotels in hiyo the whatever like Tsavo West. And then you think about the president, you're like, is the president, does the president invest in the hotel industry? Does he have any investment? And the first thing that comes to mind is Weston Hotel. So it means that the president understands the hotel industry. And since he's a businessman, would he be interested if there's an opportunity to make all this money, especially with the Ritz-Carlton? Because the Ritz-Carlton, I think, haitakuwa ni stories $1,000 a night. Ritz-Carlton, you're talking about at least $10,000 a night, and that's on the lower side. I won't be surprised if those go for as high as even $100,000 a night. That's crazy. Najua itakuwa, it won't be for the likes of us, itakuwa for the likes of the billionaires. Unajua wale wanaweza kuja hapa, let's say maybe Bill Gates, of course, Elon Musk hawezi kuja. So itakuwa for such people. And akina Zuckerberg, unajua the sort of dudes wale wakikuja, they take the whole hotel. Itakuwa for such people. And the president that we know, that investor in quotes that we know, would he let other people make money if he himself is not making money? And the answer to that is no. Why? Because now let's research on the president kidogo. Wacha tutoke kwa stories za Weston, because everything tukitikia juu the president we think about is Weston. But let's go back to the year 2018. Hii ilikuwa ni article ya Business Daily. Ilikuwa ni Ruto's 600 million beach hotel almost complete. Then ikakuwa ni the building of hotel associated with Deputy President William Ruto near the Indian Ocean in Mombasa is near completion after the National Environmental Authority gave it a clean bill of health. So tashindwa kwa nini the National ilipatia a clean bill of health? That's NEMA. And it's cause history a beach, because one of the things you notice when you go out there into the world, vilosemaga kutembea kwingi kuona mengi, you realize that in other countries, yes, a hotel can have the view of the beach, but the hotel never owns the beach. The beach is always left as public, najua. So si kama Kenya ile sa hotel ina extend. So here Ruto, the hotel actually extended into the Indian Ocean. So this hotel inaitwa ni Dolphin Hotel. It's yet to be completed. Nasemekana ita openiwa by 2026. And what sort of business is it going to do? So before we look at that, wacha tuangalie. So ilikuwa still in 2019, kwa ni NEMA allowed Weston to extend Dolphin Hotel into Indian Ocean. Kwa ni NEMA allowed Weston Hotel to extend Dolphin Hotel's construction into the Indian Ocean. A search on the agency's web portal has revealed the extension was approved under reference blah blah blah. A search found on Friday. Weston Hotel, which made the said application, is owned by Deputy President William Ruto, who has been on the spot for building it on land belonging to the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. So hii kuna hii Weston. And hii Weston napataka business yake from where? County governments like akina Kericho. Like when they come from huko kwote, they come to Weston. That's the place where they stay, which is a clear conflict of interest. So we are still coming back to the conflict of interest here, he hotel, because the only reason all these hotels are happening, and there's no way you can convince me that Ruto, the guy who built a hotel on land belonging to Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, that guy, the same guy who built a hotel, ama who's building a hotel ile mingia kwa Indian Ocean, that guy is going to see Ritz-Carlton and make zero, and is also going to see what else? Tsavo West Conservancy, go and launch it and make zero. I'd be stupid to believe that, considering that that's the industry, that's one of the industry that he has invested in. So tukiangalia inakuwa ni kwa the standard, cause kwa the standard, wacha tuangalie history ya NEMA, cause history ya NEMA ilikuwa interesting, cause don't forget the Indian Ocean should be for the public. Najua it should be like we own a part of it. So ilikuwa niyo tukiendelea na hii article what did the article say? Kakoni, NEMA allowed Weston Hotel to extend Dolphin Hotel's construction into the Indian Ocean, as such on the agency's website portal has revealed. Then ikakua KCAA director Gilbert Kibe said the plot on Langata Road is among hundreds of parcels that he wants to reclaim. Hii nikikam to stories za Ruto ku grab land ya KCAA ku build Weston Hotel. Then kasemani Dolphin shot the limelight on Wednesday when the two nation media journalists were roughed up for recording operations around its construction. Nacheki. Then ikakuwa Mombasa's governor Joho's administration has since started a probe on beach encroachment by the project in Shanzu. Of course, right now we know where Joho is. Then ikakuwa the owners of Dolphin Hotel have been accused of flouting building regulations, and Muslims for Human Rights Muhuri has warned that it will seek court orders to stop the construction. The court orders never worked because it's still bado inaendelea mpaka saa hizi. Then kakwa the rights lobby announced the move on Friday following the arrest of NMG journalists Karim Rajan and Laban Waloga. Then kakwa if this elevated sand is not removed, we shall sue. Muhuri chairman Kelef Halifa told journalists. Then kakwa land executive Edwin Nyale and officials from NEMA toured the site today to ascertain the extent of encroachment. Of course, they found no extent of encroachment. So this is, why am I looking at this? I'm looking at this because I want to show you how much the president is invested in the hotel business. And since he's invested in the hotel business, the next question would be, we are making all this noise about a hotel being built, a Ritz-Carlton being built. Unajua Ritz-Carlton, those are franchise. Azikuwagi ati ni kuna msatafikiri ati since ni Ritz-Carlton, it's owned by whoever ile Ritz-Carlton. See, this is a franchise. That means even you can own a Ritz-Carlton. All you need to do is build a hotel to a certain standard, and then Ritz-Carlton utakupatia jina yao, alafu utakuwa ukiwarushia like hiyo juu unatumia jina yao where they take a certain share. I don't know if it's profit share ama it's a certain flat amount, but yes, there's an amount of money. So this Ritz-Carlton ya Kenya, 100% sure right now, after seeing all this and seeing the way the president is so invested in these series of hotels, that he must be making money from it. But in the process, we are disrupting nature in ways that it's just unfair. Like kama usha watch the wildebeest, hizo migration, inakuwaga so interesting because you have all these animals running. So first of all, they have to go through land. Zikigo through land, zinaogopa kugrabiwa na lions and what and what. Zikishahepa hapo zinaingia kwa maji. Zikiingia kwa maji, hapo pia inakuwaga na kadhaa zile waga zinagrabiwa na crocodiles. So inakuwaga just one of those things that happens. And they have this one path that they use. This one path that's so predictable that they use. But right now, all of a sudden, we are building hotels left, right, and center. All of a sudden, it's because the hotel is going to give. Because waswa kisikia hiyo story ati, hizi hotel hazitakuwa za 1,000. It's not going to be owned by the government. The hotels are going to be owned by individuals. And these individuals are the ones who are going to make money. So for us to be there like, they're going to cost $1,000 a night. This $1,000 a night has been pushed down. That's on the lower side. Otherwise, isn't a hotel, especially the Ritz-Carlton, I'd want to see like how much a night at the Ritz-Carlton is. And it's going to be ridiculous, especially a Ritz-Carlton that's in the middle of like conservation ama Maasai Mara, itakuwa a lot of money, unajua. So tukitumia hapa nini ilikuwa ni at Ritz-Carlton per night, hapa imeniandikia ni a night at the Ritz-Carlton varies by location and time of year and room type, ranging from a few $100 to over $1,000 for standard rooms, sindio, and significantly more for suites and luxury properties like the Ritz-Carlton Maasai Mara, which is about $3,500 per night. Okay, so itakuwa $3,500 per night, and I still think this is on the lower side. If I'm not wrong, this is on the lower side. Ikisha openiwa, especially itakuwa ile time kule kuna winter, alafu huku kuna like a heavy traffic ya watu, itakuwa ni ridiculous. But yes, so this is how much it's going to cost. So here Ritz-Carlton Maasai Mara inasemekana unique locations like Ritz-Carlton Maasai Mara can have very high rates, with one source stating about $3,500 per night. Then the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection also has rates that start at $4,200 up for multi-night cruises, because I think even that's the same thing that's going to happen na hii Ritz-Carlton Maasai Mara. It's going to itakuwa crazy hivyo. So yes, this is what's happening. If you are to ask me, the president is fully invested in this, and all these hotels that you're seeing, and the reason we keep pushing this narrative of we need hotels and they're going to be expensive, and Kenyans of course are jazzed by that, like, oh, zitakuwa expensive, zitakuwa nini, but that's not meant for us. This is meant for like individuals, and it's a very sad state of affairs, because this is one of those things that we should be proud of, that like the wildebeest migration are gonna happen Kenya, watu wanaweza kuja waone, we still make money as a country. Unajua hiyo sasa inakuwa ni as a country, hizi zingine inakuwa ni as individuals, but that's a story for another day. Konene ni the festive season, so wacha nikuulize jo, hii time yote umekuwa ukisikia mwafa anasema lemfi, usha try lemfi? Kama uja try, baki umejua kuwa lemfi iko na the most competitive exchange rates, alafu pia unzabaki umepay directly kwa pay bill na till numbers zile ziko Kenya, alafu pia unzabaki umesend ama umereceive do, whether uko US, uko UK, uko Canada ama uko UAE. So nangoja nini? Changamka, tumia promo code EKONENE, alafu utabaki umepata pia a $20 sign up reward on your first $50 transaction. So nangoja nini? Changamka, ingia Lemfi, international payments for everyone. EKONENE. Of course, another thing ile igava we criticize, but one thing that I want us to do is I want us to improve JKI. I always say JKI na kagaka ngodha imetoboka, and umsalitonani Kindiki alikuwa anabonga JKI, wacha tusikie.
We are building a new airport at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. The one we have is old. We want to move the number of people coming through Jomo Kenyatta International Airport from 8 million currently to 100 million.
History 100 million. When I heard that, I was like, okay. I had to research, and but before ni research, wacha tumsikize.
So that we can match airports like the Dubai International Airport.
So your part, specifically, so we can match the Dubai International Airport. And I had to check. So kama this year nasemekana maybe by the end of the year, Dubai International itakuwa receive at least 95.2 million. And Dubai is known as a business hub. So is Nairobi known as a business hub? That would be the question. Because Dubai is known as that. Like a lot of companies even open up offices in Dubai because of tax concessions. Sisi hatuna the same. We don't have tax concessions. We have to tax everyone that comes through upper. So can we end up with 100 million? I don't know. Does this mean that I don't support us expanding the airport? Of course, I want us to have a new airport and everything, but I don't think that this 100 million dream is reasonable. I think sometimes I say they just say figures, and they say figures that are very unreasonable. Dubai, kufika hiyo level, it's because it's a business hub. Like it's, I think like all major companies in the world, it's gonna some sort of whatever in Dubai. Dubai pia, the rich wendaga huko. Why? Because as I keep saying, stuff is affordable, stuff is whatever, especially real estate in Dubai is much more affordable than real estate in Kenya. So if you look at all those factors, it shows you why. But still, it's a good dream. You need support good dreams. Tukitoka hapo, tuangalie nini? Tuangalie, kulikuwa na hii interview ya umadha anaitwa Nderito. Think anakuwa ni Nderito. Yes. So Nderito ni one of the IBC commissioners, and she used very interesting words to describe what we expect in 2027. So I remember people had quoted it because ilikuwa imeandikwa ni Capital FM Kenya, ilikuwa imeandika ni IBC Commissioner Nderito, we are willing to offer democratic elections that are free, fair, verifiable and peaceful. We are willing. Yeah? So this is a sort of thing ukisikia lazima usikie wewe mwenyewe. So wacha tumsikize.
The one thing that the IBC need to focus on right now is restoring trust. Do you feel the same, and what is your assessment of the whole situation for the IBC and the voters?
First of all, trust is earned. It's not just given. And that's why I'm here, and we are here to really assure Kenyans that we are going to earn it through our action, through our responses, and how we really will conduct ourselves going forward, and already what we are doing. And secondly, we have to come and explain ourselves. We are not going to run away from them. We are going to have discussions and conversations and dialogue to ensure that tumeelewana kama wa Kenya, because
okay, so, okay, which is not bad. Alafu achani baki nimerusha disclaimer ukitaka kujua vile isikuage serious in life. Tulikuwa nao mse kwa tunawak naye wapi Lawi tuliwak naye wa FM. This was back in the days. It was a very interesting show. So Larry alikuwa anafanyaga show na dem fulani anaitwa Kerry, and the two of them never used to get along, so it used to be super funny, because that's another thing that people don't know, like not all radio duos get along. So this Kerry never used to get along with Larry is a cool dude. He's and by Kerry Spanish Kerry Martin, this Kerry was a chick. Larry is hakuwa mse nini, alikuwa ametolewa Thick Coast, used to work at some Mombasa radio station, then he was poached akaletwa Nairobi, akaekwa kapeariwa na udem. So kuna time Larry alikuwa na bonga jo, kumbe udem jo amemute mic yake jo. Alafu sasa Larry ana headphones, so koko nje namsikia from far. Ilikuwa ni utoi ingine hali ya juu, but acha tusahau story yake. Let's come back to the elections. I was just taking you back memory lane. Acha tusikie elections, sikia what she says about a specific party of we are willing.
Because these commissioners are not coming from another country.
Yeah.
They are actually citizens of this country, and all of us wish to be in a better country and to be in a democratic country, and a country that really upholds the rights of all others, including political rights and the democratic rights, which is exercised mainly through democratic elections. And that is what we are willing to offer to Kenyans. Democratic elections that are free, fair, verifiable and peaceful.
Damn. So mi tamtetea niseme I think ni kizungu ndio tricky. That's why anabonga juu ya stories are willing to offer, because you're not supposed to will to offer. Najua it's not about willing to, it's something you're obligated to. Najua. So the keyword hapo ilikuwa inafaa kuwa that's what we are obligated to do. That's to patia wase a free, fair and verifiable election, because hii pia inakam from of course the previous day kwa nimebonga juu story vile Ethekon alikuwa nasema that there is no way to rig, and there's always a way to rig. Unajua even causing chaos and voter suppression, that's a way to rig. So of course umecheki like nani ilikuwa nani Kalonzo wanamtishia, wanasema that they are going to sue him on a private level. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't think so. I think I've heard this story like private prosecution. I've heard it in Kenya so many times, but nothing ever happens. But I feel like Ethekon himself needs to realize that the stakes are high kabisa this time, and he has to give people an election that's free, fair, credible, and also the results have to come out fast. History ya hakuna network Tisema, I think majuzi ni bonga juu ya Safaricom kucollaborate na Starlink. So that means and collaboration na Safaricom na Starlink inafaa cover all areas that don't have internet. So let's hear what the excuses will be, because these stories of adding up numbers for a whole week nakuwaga nonsense sana. It creates a lot of unnecessary tension and everything. But yes, those are some of the things that are happening. So before nimalizie, acha nikuuliza history yangu ya kufikiria that Ruto is invested in the hotel business, and that's the reason why ametuingiza kwa msitu. Huona ichekiaje jo? Naongea tu za ovyo ama nacheki? Baki umeniambia jo hapo kwa comments. Alafu kama kawaida vile susemaga, good morning iko nene.